Yes, sir.
So let's write this as, let me write this once again. This is C 2.160. That means this can be written as C 2.2 comma 0. Okay. Now let's locate this. Let's locate this point. If we have 2.2 and y coordinate is 0, so where will the this point lie? If y coordinate is 0, it must lie on the x axis, right? And which way in the x axis? You look at the x coordinate. This is positive. So from the origin, you start moving in this direction. Once you start moving in this direction, you reach 2 here, right? Now you have not only 2, but you have 0.2 also. For 0.2, how many divisions you have to move? 2 divisions.
2 divisions.
Right? So your point will be somewhere over here. 2 divisions to the right of 2. So this point is your C, 13 by 6, 0. Clear?
Yes, sir.
This is how you plot. Fourth point. D. Minus 5 by 3, minus 5 by 2. Okay. This you all this that I am writing here, you will write this in your single line sheet. Okay. Or on the back side of your graph. Okay. The blank side. D minus 5 by 3. Minus 5 by 3 can be written as minus 2.6. And 5 by 2 can be written as minus 2.5. So let's try to locate this. Starting from the origin, you have a negative, right? Minus 2.6. So you start moving in the negative direction along the x-axis.
So it will be minus 1.6.
Oh, 1.6. Okay. 1.6. So start moving in the negative direction. How many units you have to move? You have to move 1 unit, right? So you move 1 unit here. So we have got 1. Now we have to move 0.6 distance. What is the 0.6 distance? Each division is 0.1. So how many divisions you have to move? 6 divisions you have
6.
to move. That means you will have this point. You have reached here. Okay. So this is not our coordinate, but okay. Let me just not write this way. Let me just mark it here. So this, we have reached here. Now we want to move 2.5, but in the negative direction of y. Which one is the negative direction of y? This one. So we start moving vertically downwards, right? How much units we have to move here? 2.5. So first move down, we reach this 2 here, right? And 0.5 will lie somewhere in between minus 2 and minus 3. So this is my required point. We mark this point as D minus 5 by 3 minus 5 by 2. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is the way you plot these 4 points. Even if the points are fractions, no problem. You can still plot the points. Okay, you just write them in decimal and you can plot. And definitely, what you have to remember is you have to take the right scale. See what scale I have taken here. Very broad scale I have taken, right? Isn't it? Very broad scale I have taken. 10 divisions I have taken as 1 unit, isn't it? So because
Yes.
because I have taken 10 divisions, I was able to plot these points very accurately. But if I use the other graph paper, other scale, in which I took only 5 divisions, let's say this one, we'll have a lot of difficulty in plotting in this graph paper, isn't it? Because the scale is very small, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So that is why we take a broader scale. So mostly, uh, if the x coordinate and the y coordinate are very big, then we use this graph. Otherwise, if they are small, then you can use the graph, the scale that I have used here. Okay, this one. Okay, let's move to the next question. And let's first decide the scale also of the graph. By reading the question, you will be able to know what kind of a scale you will be using. Okay. So what you do here is we'll move to the next question, which is question number 10. Okay. Plot the point P minus 3, 4. Draw PM and PN perpendiculars to X and Y axis respectively. State the coordinates of the points M and N. Now, minus 3, 4, you can locate on this graph only, right? Isn't it? You don't need a very big numbers. So how will you plot the point minus 3, 4? Minus 3, 4 will be here, right? All of you agree? Yes? Minus 3, 4 will be here?
Yes.
Okay. So once all of us, we agree that minus 3, 4 here, we'll read the next part of the question. The next part of the question states, draw PM and PN perpendiculars to the X-axis and the Y-axis respectively. So from the point P, with the help of a scale, you draw a dotted line. Okay, use pencils on your graph sheet, no pens. Okay, from the point P, you are drawing a perpendicular on the X-axis. And what is this perpendicular they are saying? They are calling it PM. PM is perpendicular on the X-axis. Also, they are saying PN is a perpendicular on the Y-axis. So from P, you start drawing a perpendicular. Okay, this is your point N. All of you agree this should be the perpendicular? Or any question you have? Okay. Now you need to state the coordinates of M and N. What should be the coordinates of M and what should be the coordinates of N? Can you tell me? Coordinates of M. What should be the coordinates of M?
Sir, X.
M is a point on the X-axis. Definitely Y coordinate will be 0, right? What about the X coordinate? What is the distance from here to here? Minus 3 units, right? All of you agree? So therefore the X coordinate
Yes.
will be minus 3. So you will write here coordinates of M minus 3, 0. All of you understood how we wrote the coordinates of M?
So could you explain once again?
See, M is a point on the X-axis, right? This point here. M is a point on the X-axis.
Yes, sir.
In order to reach M, if you start from the origin here, to reach M, you have to move in this direction, right?
Yes, sir.
How many units you are moving? Minus 3 units,
Minus.
right? So that means your X coordinate will be minus 3. Vertically, are you moving anywhere to reach M? You're not moving vertically anywhere. So therefore, Y coordinate will be 0. Clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So that is how we find out the coordinates of N. Similarly, we can find out the coordinates of N. Starting from the origin, are we moving horizontally anywhere? No, we are not moving horizontally. Neither in this direction, nor in this direction. To reach N, we are simply moving vertically. Vertically moving in the positive direction of Y, right? Since we are not moving horizontally, therefore the X coordinate will be 0. And how many units are we moving vertically? What is this distance here?
4.
Plus 4 units, right? So coordinates of N is 0, 4. We'll write here coordinates of N 0, 4.
Excuse me, sir.
Tell me.
Sir, from anywhere I'm not getting the 2 mm graph sheets. Means in from my locality, nothing is there.
No, you can definitely get it in any shop you'll get. I mean, that shouldn't be a problem. Because why I am insisting on 2 mm is because a 2 millimeter graph sheet they'll be giving you in your examinations also. You will not be given 1 mm. So that is why you have to get used to the 2 millimeter graph sheet. Okay, you can do it in 1 millimeter also.
Whatever,
Hmm.
But sir, whenever I ask sir that means 2 graph sheets about, so they are telling that we doesn't sold.
Then I'm sure you can get in any standard stationery shop. I mean, it's quite readily available. Shouldn't be a problem. And even then, I don't know whether from the school you have been given exercise copies last year or last to last year. Even in school exercise copies, you will find in the copies there are these 2 graphs. You can still get it there also. Just check in your copies whether you have any unused graph copies. You can take it papers from there also. All those are 2 Otherwise, you go to any standard stationery shop, you'll get. Let's see the next question, if this is clear. Number 12. Let's see, number 12 is an interesting one. Write the question number here, number 12. Plot the points. These 4 points are given to you. Okay, so let's see what these points are. First point given to you is 0, 2. Let's call this point A. A 0, 2. We want to plot. How will you plot? 0. That means we are not moving horizontally. X coordinate is 0. Lines on the y axis, right? 2. So A 0, 2 will be somewhere over here. Yes, you agree? You agree, all of you?
Yes, sir.
0, 2.
Yes, sir.
We have plotted this. Next point they have given is plot 3, 0. So 3, 0 will be here. All of you, I'm sure you agree here also. Let's call this point B. Let's call this point B 3, 0. Let's write here B 3, 0. Next is point given here is 0, -2. Again, x coordinate 0 lies on the y axis. So 0, -2 will be here. Let's call this point C. C 0, -2. Okay. And you have a fourth point given, -3, 0. Where will -3, 0 be? -3, 0 will be here. Let us call this point D. -3, 0. Okay. So 4 points plotted. Any disagreement with the way I have plotted the points?
No, sir.
Good. Next point, if you see the question here, it states join these points in order. In order means you join A to B, then you join B to C, and then you join C to D. That is what they mean. Join the points in order. Okay, let's join the points. First join A to B. With the help of a straight line, you join A to B. With a pencil and a scale, you join A and B. And obviously, I forgot to write the scale. You write the scale here. 1 smallest division is equal to 0.1 unit. And obviously, I'm using the bigger scale here because I can accommodate all the points in this, right? That is why I've not used the other scale. Next, from B to C, you join. Okay. Next, you join from C to D. Okay. And next, you join D to A. Okay. Now I've joined these points. What is the next question? Name the figure so obtained and find the area of the figure obtained. What is this figure that is obtained called? Anyone can tell me what is this figure? What is this figure? What is the name of this figure?
It's a parallelogram.
Yes, it's a parallelogram. But what kind of parallelogram? It is a special parallelogram. Yes, exactly. It is a rhombus. It is a rhombus. You know why it is a rhombus? Because see, the diagonals are, it is definitely a parallelogram. But what kind of parallelogram? If you see diagonals are perpendicular to each other. And what is this length here? This length is 2 units, right? What is this length here? This length is also 2 units, right? What is this length here? This length is 3 units. And what is this length here? This length is 3 units. That means what happens? The diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other, right? And also what you see is that this is a parallelogram. A parallelogram in which diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. What is it called? It is called a rhombus.
Rhombus.
So that is why we say ABCD is a rhombus. Why? You'll give you a reason also. Since ABCD is a parallelogram in which the diagonals are perpendicular bisectors of each other. Clear? We have named the figure. Any other question that is there? And you need to find out the area. What is the area of a rhombus? Half into product of the length of the diagonals, right? So what are the
Yes,
length of the
sir.
diagonals here? Let's see what length of the diagonals here are. Let us consider this diagonal. What is the length of this diagonal? 2 units plus 2 units. So this is AC is equal to 4 units, right? Forget about the sign. We're not talking about the sign. We're only talking about length. Length is always positive, right? In graph, sign is given only for your direction of the axis. This direction negative, this direction negative, this direction positive, this direction negative, right? So this is the positive direction. This is the negative direction. This is the positive direction. This is the negative direction. Signs are given only to specify direction, but the distance in distance, we don't specify the sign. So therefore AC must be 4 units because 2 units here and 2 units here. What about this vertical diagonal here, horizontal diagonal? This diagonal, BD. What is the length here? Can you tell me what is the length?
So 3.
3 units here and 3 units here. So BD is equal to 6 units. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I'm not asking you to write all this in the graph. Okay, you will only draw the figure. I'm only writing all this to make you understand. You will not be writing all this. Don't write all this. Or even if you write, erase them later. Do not write all this. This is only I'm trying to make you understand. Okay, even all this you don't need to write. You just need to draw the figure, write down the coordinates. All these directions also you don't need to write. Okay. So now let's write down the lengths. Here, what is AC we have got? Length of AC is equal to and length of BD. These diagonals. What is the length of the vertical diagonal? AC? 4 units. And what is the length of the horizontal diagonal? 3 plus 3, 6 units. Let's write here 2 plus 2. So that you understand. AC is equal to 2 plus 2 equal to 4 units. And BD is equal to 3 plus 3 is equal to 6 units. Therefore, what is the area of rhombus ABCD? Half into product of lengths of diagonals, which is equal to half into AC into BD is equal to half. AC is 4, BD is 6, which is
So 12.
yes, this cancel with 2, 12. So 12, what should be the unit? We simply write here square units. Clear? Because all this is in
Yes,
unit,
sir.
so this is in square units. Clear with this? So
Yes,
this
sir.
was a very interesting problem. If you have any question, let me know from this question. Okay. I will do the other problem in the next class then. I'll stop here because I have only 5 minutes remaining. Okay, so I'll stop here.